And during these difficult times, it may seem hard to maintain a level of hope, but we're joined by author and Navy veteran Allie Brazis via Skype, who shares her personal journey in her book, Flawed and Still Worthy. Allie, thanks for joining us.
Hey, Allie.
Thanks so much for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us. Tell us where the inspiration from your book, where does that come from?
Yeah, it actually came from just working through a lot of different struggles in my life. Once I kind of made it to the other side, I was like, gosh, I wish that I would have had some sort of tool or some sort of book to let me know that I'm not alone. I know that there's tons of books out there that focus on maybe one thing in particular, but I kind of went through a lot of things all at once. And so my goal for my book was to help other people like me going through difficult situations kind of all at the same time, to give kind of some tools and tricks on how to get through it.
Sure. And you yourself, Allie, have a very inspirational story. If you would please share that with us.
Yeah, so obviously I'm a Navy veteran. As you said, I served for 4.5 years. I love my time in service, but unfortunately I was a victim of sexual assault in the military. Also, while I was in the military, my husband was killed in action in Afghanistan. I eventually got out after my contract and I moved back home, where I unfortunately came down with a chronic health condition after a surgery. So I was in and out of the hospital a lot, and I just kind of was lost. I didn't really know how to handle all of this. I tried to maintain a level of perfectionism through the whole entire thing, thinking that if other people thought that I was happy-go-lucky and nothing was wrong, then that was the right way to handle it. But actually through learning to be vulnerable in horrible situations and letting my guard down, I realized that that helped me get through things quicker and better. And there is no way to be perfect through awful situations. So it's through vulnerability that helped me get through it.
Sure. Allie, in your book, you offer several tips on how people can find hope and remain positive during traumatic events in their lives. Can you share a few of those with us?
Yeah, absolutely. So while I was going through everything, it was so easy to kind of lose hope and lose sight of the positive things that were going on around me, and like kind of the light at the end of the tunnel. So I found that kind of honing in on the hope that things will get better, the hope that you will get through it and you'll wind up on top, those kind of things helped me in the long run. And I think that's really applicable to what we're going on today. I think it's really easy with all this scare going on that, it feels like we're never going to get through this. It feels like the coronavirus is never going to be over. But I think kind of focusing on what we can do to better our lives during this time, what we can do, spend time with family, exercise, start a routine, maybe start a gratitude journal, doing those kinds of things can maintaining a level of hope that we will get through this and that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I think that'll just kind of help.
Sure. Allie, how can people find your book? How can they find you on social media?
I have a Facebook under Allie Brazis Hayes, Hayes, and my Instagram handle is abrazis, and my website is alliebrazis-hayes.com.
Allie, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. A lot of people, you are correct, just need to find just a little slither of hope, and that could possibly be your book. Allie, thank you so much for sharing your journey with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, thank you for sure for your service, for sure. We'll be right back with more Good Day NWA.